Hi. So, for the topic that I would like to discuss is on something that I have a high interest and passion for. It is something that I have been extremely into and kind of obsessed with since its original release. And that is on the Walking Dead comic book and television series. Yes, my topic is on the Walking Dead. As for my two sources, one will be the Walking Dead Wikipedia page, and the other will be the Walking Dead fandom page. For a brief history of the story or comic, it originally released back in October 2003. And as for the show, it had originally aired back in October, I believe, 2010. Now, for some of you who may have never heard of or seen the show or comic, don't worry, I will be more than happy to explain. So, the story is really mainly about a group of survivors that are trying to survive this zombie infested world, while at the same time make a sense of normalcy and live a normal, peaceful life, while also dealing with other than the zombies, the people who kind of have adjusted and changed to this dreadful world. But mainly, what I would like to talk about is not the story itself, but more of the transition of a certain character named Rick Grimes. So before I talk about his transition, I just want to give a brief understanding in history. So before this outbreak, he was originally a sheriff back in Atlanta who had been shot on duty and was put into a coma for 45 days. Now, when he had finally wake up, the world was already in shambles, I guess you can say, and he wasn't sure exactly what was going on. So his main purpose was to find his family and to find someplace safe to live with them. Now, when he first was introduced, he was a very, very hopeful man who was very willing to help others and those in need. As the story progressed, he slowly became more of a not cynical but distant person whenever they were to meet new people. As the story progressed more, it became to a point where he realized that he couldn't be this person anymore and had to really change with the times. The story would continue to where he would find a safe haven inside a prison where he would try to establish a community and laws to those of the old world. And as he would progress, he would try to live a decent life. It wasn't until then where he realized that that would be very difficult and he had to adjust. Later on, he tended to become more dangerous to even those who were his friends and part of his community. He would become more fearful to those other people and was more concerned only about protecting his son, to a point where he was hurting others and taking and stealing from people just to keep on going. It wasn't until much later where he met another community where they taught him or re-showed him that you can be a good person and live a decent life even though this world may not treat you the same. It was also then where he realized that it needs to be more than just his son, but also the people of his community to really survive. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you learned a little bit something about The Walking Dead. Thank you. Bye.